Some of them, not all.
Oh gosh.
All right, y'all. We back again with Miss Maya.
Yes.
I want to get a, I want to get a belt and whoop Maya. I don't know if I can say that on here, but that's what I want to do to Maya. She already
I
know.
get it.
She already know. I'm coming. I'm, oof. I don't watch because it just rattles my brain why she can't get it together. But she going to though. So we gonna keep praying and we gonna start fasting.
Yes.
You gonna have to do something.
That's why people want me to co-parent, but I can't co-parent with K3 because it's gonna lead to this, and I don't want this.
But we gonna take accountability for our own
Ah,
actions. We ain't gonna talk about his fault. You gonna take accountability for your own actions because nobody put a pum pum to your head and made you go out there.
yeah.
You did it on your own, no less, and you didn't think about them littles. You know what I mean? So now here you are, full circle. Got to come on here, try to clear your name, and people. And I'm gonna be honest with you, these people really. You gonna have some in here that still cut for you because that's just them. They just care a lot, and they
Mm.
know like I've been down that road or I've been done. You know what I mean? That they're not gonna turn their back on you, but they just rooting for you in the background. Still want to pop you across your head because you just
Mhm. Yep. One of them told me they
you
wanted to stop me one time. Just they could call it common sense.
you still got those. They just want to just like, girl, wake up. What are you doing?
I don't know,
I'm one of
y'all.
them. I'm one of them. That's me. Hello. I want to just pop you.
Yes.
Just want to pop you.
I'm sorry, y'all. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
You gotta do better. I told you earlier, it ain't just about a pretty face, pretty waist, what you look like, your age. It ain't about that because all that stuff changes and it goes away. And then what you left with? Foolery.
Yeah.
Back at yourself being foolish. You out there and can't nobody paint no picture of you because you allowing it. You're doing it yourself. You know, it's,
Yeah.
it's, it's Maya. It ain't K3. And now we here talking about CJ.
That.
There shouldn't even be a CJ. There should not be a CJ. You should
It's
not
not
be
even like
texting him. What's up, Heather B? You should not be texting him. There should not be a CJ. He shouldn't have room to go and say, "Oh, Maya, she was trying to f me and my girl 3-way."
I
All
can't
this
wait to
stuff.
talk about it too. I can't wait to talk about it. Because
Come on, girl.
actually it's the other way around, but okay.
I got the messages. I got them. She
Mhm.
sent them.
And it was so sad on the phone. The threesome stuff happened on the phone. And he the one who mentioned. But we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. Yeah.
All right, me and Miss Maya, we done prayed. We done get it in. You know, but we can pray all day.
Yeah.
But until you're willing to change it, that's just like when we talk to these addicts or whatever, and we can want them to do something all day long, but until they are ready, it's just going through here and out there. Same with you. You got little bitty man, then you got bigger man that think he bigger man than the bigger, and the
He's
reason why
still on
he
my nerves.
and the reason why he think that is because of the environment that you keep him in and out of.
Yeah.
He be looking for feisty to pick him up. He be looking for them to come and get him because that's what you surround him with. Even though I know feisty love him, you know what I'm saying? Like she ain't gonna do nothing to him. But
Yeah, she considered
And
her
then she trying to
as
talk.
godmother.
And then another thing is she be trying to tell you what not to do because of what she does. She like, don't do as you see me do. Do better.
Mm-hmm.
And who better to tell you than somebody that's already out there messing up? But our brains don't work that way. We just like, how can you tell me something when you out here doing the same thing or worse?
Yeah.
Miss Heather, I'm gonna put you up on the screen your comment so she can see it. But I
Mm,
think she in the comment section.
yeah.
Yeah, read what she said.
Let's talk, Maya. You know you're too good for any of these low life boys. You got babies to love. You can do this all on your own, mama.
She can.
If my mama can do it, I know I can do it. And she got to do it 3 by herself. So I know I got 2. So I know I can do it.
Yeah, don't get a third. That would be the biggest mistake of your life. That
I'm
would
not
be
even thinking
that
about no
would be
third.
the biggest mistake of your life. Like me and you talked earlier, and I was just telling you that you got into a role that you were not spiritually, mentally, none of that ready for.
Mm,
But you got into that role, but you're not willing to play the role. And that's the role
mhm.
of a mom.
Yeah.
They're little, real little. They can't go in the refrigerator and fix something for themselves. They can't go to the bathroom by themselves. They can't change their own clothes. They can't go by themselves. They're relying strictly on you, regardless if they got a daddy or not,
Mm,
because you chose that role to go and sleep and lay with people that were still mentally, fit, spiritually, and not ready to go into a role called the dad. So
yeah.
it's on you. So you got to take accountability for that, and you just got to stick it out. But I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to make sure that K3C is kid. It ain't gonna work.
I see it ain't gonna work. So now we're just gonna push it away. It was
Thank you, Miss Heather. It's not gonna work.
that's why I said I can't co-parent. Everybody want me to co-parent. Everybody want me to let him see a kid. When I do, this is what happens.
But I need you to stop listening to everybody. You need to start honing in and focusing and start praying, start fasting, and you need to start listening to your what God sends you and what God gives you. But you can't hear it. You know why? Because you got too much other stuff going on. You too busy.
Yeah.
You got that I need to be outside. You don't need to be outside. Ain't nothing out there but trouble. So easy to get into and hard to get out of. But you're gonna run up on it, and then you're gonna be one to wish, go back to your mom and be like, I wish I could have changed this. But what's the use when you can do that now before the trouble
Hmm.
comes? You already got 2. Yeah, here they come.
I know, y'all. I can believe it. I have shut on my talk.
Yes, he will, Miss Heather. Read what Patrina will you? Hey, Patrinia Winters. See that, and that's why that right there, because people like you, and that's right, Miss Patrina. You may like her, but what she's showing that makes you dislike. You know what I'm saying? And that's rightfully so. But because if we bring our business to the internet, people are gonna judge. They're gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you put it out there for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's judging. I think she's just stating how she's feeling
Yeah.
regarding.
She's going off my actions. My
That's,
actions ain't showed
that's
it.
all she can do. That's it. That's all she can do. She can't do anything else until you show something different. Like I heard them trying to encourage you on like the different things to do on your channel to blow your channel up.
Mm-hmm.
You have children. You got little babies that people love to just yum 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 on. Like go in there and show them
Mm-hmm.
like this is the day in the life of me and these 2 boys. Like what does my 1-year-old eat in a day? People eat that up. Make it real quick little videos and stuff like that and push
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I'll watch it.
Mm, I did tomorrow. Well, I was gonna do one tonight bedtime, but I'm actually gonna start it tomorrow. Wake up process and then
Why not
like,
tonight?
I could do it tonight.
You
Little
can.
bedtime.
You can. Get their little stinky self ready for bed. You know,
Okay.
stink. Little stanky feet. I be talking to my grandkids like that. Little sweaty feet.
I be
Like you
smelling
just
them
got
little
to
feet.
know. Yeah, but you got to continue it. Like you can't just do it one time. Like you got, if this is what you're trying to do, build your channel.
Mm.
And I
They
gotta
was
say,
also
yeah, everybody chosen, he doing it.
I gave him props for that too. I was actually
Got
proud.
to. You got to give it to
Total
him.
congratulations, because he definitely did his thing.
He
Definitely
listened.
by
He
himself.
listened. Now anything else he doing on his channel, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But he listened. What up, K Picture?
Mhm.
Uh-oh. Ooh. Now see, me and K Picture talk on email. Read
Is
what you
that a boy? Is that a man or a female?
K Picture is a K Picture, what you tell me? I think K Picture is a dude. Is a guy.
Okay.
Let me look K Picture. I don't want to say that. I could be wrong. Yeah,
Thank
that's
you. A male. Okay, he's a male.
but the
Well, hello.
industry that he's in, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
He ain't
Yeah.
out. I don't know him personally, but they're there in your area. Yep. There you go. What up, Jupiter?
Yeah, but I'm honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know they've been in my business because they found my first BD's Instagram. How? I don't know, but they found his Instagram and found my mom on Facebook.
They do that, girl. Look, we had this one girl. My husband's son got unalived by the police here. She went and dug up where he's buried. And he ain't, but he's not buried. He didn't get buried. So I don't know who she looked up.
Uh,
But that's what she put out there. Like I even looked at the son's burial ground. No, you a lie. I don't know who she looked up. But any good luck. But people just like to do stuff and then they lie. But folks listen to that.
mm,
They listen to that. They listen to that. Thank you, Jupiter. They listen to that. They don't care if it's a lie or whatever. They listen to that. But when you backdoor and you go back and show them the same thing that they're already thinking, they be like, I told
mm,
you, I told you.
mm,
Whether it was painted a certain way or not, like whether it was fixed a certain way or not, you still were there. You shouldn't have been there.
mm. Yeah.
Nothing from nothing gives you nothing. You shouldn't have been there. So now let's talk about why we am here. So I heard CJ go on Troy's World and say that you have been messaging him some explicit stuff, saying you want to hook up with him in a room with him in Miss Heaven in three-way. That's what he said. Now,
Okay, so I can set
if it was
apart.
anything else, I haven't. I don't really watch, but we tuned in that because we all of y'all, we love all of y'all. CJ, Heaven, all of y'all.
Mm,
Y'all young, you know what I'm saying? So that's for us to love on y'all. So I don't discriminate on CJ or any of those things because he need love too. So we're gonna
yeah.
love on you, we're gonna love on him. We're
Yeah.
gonna love on him, we're gonna love on Heaven.
Ew,
What? K Picture?
I'm not. Exactly. I didn't. Like it was
Yeah,
no
we about to get into it. So
explicit.
let's talk about it. So go into it. Cause she sent me the
Okay.
stuff, y'all. I
Yes, I
tried to
sent
pull
her
them
all the
up on the screen.
messages.
Listen, I'm not savvy with this stuff. If I had somebody else up here that I could send it to, like Motor Go would have whizzed it. But I can't do it. So let's talk about it, Maya.
Okay, so I believe it was July 3rd. This happened on my son's 3 months or whatever.
July
I
1st.
was on,
It
yeah,
started July 1st.
July 1st. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was on live. Me and K3 had actually got into it. I forgot what we got into it. I forgot what we got into it about, but it was like a big argument between me and him to where I had blocked all his numbers because I was on live and he was blowing my phone up on different numbers, everything, trying to get into this cash app that I made for him. So I was telling people like, no, I'm not finna get him the stuff because if he gets into that account, it's also locked into mine. So he will end up getting my account. So I had already made a plan on the live, like I'm not gonna get him the info. So CJ joined my live and I didn't even know he joined my live until people in the comments was like, oh, CJ's in the live, he's in here. So I noticed it. I scrolled up and I noticed he was commenting like, yo, sis, I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? We sis and bros. You feel me? That's what I'm going off of because that's what he was calling me, sis. So I'm like, he was like, sis, yo, you don't want to do this. Like, just get him the cash app. You don't want him locked up. I'm not trying to see him locked up, whatever the case may be. Telling him constantly, like, so eventually, he still kept blowing me up eventually. So I started getting random numbers calling me on my phone. I'm declining them every time. I'm declining them. So then CJ said it on my live, like he tried to call me. So I'm like, okay, he must have called me or whatever. It must have been one of the numbers that I declined. So I'm still on live. And then when I got off of live, no, before I got off of live, I told CJ, I said, tell K3 to find a cash app where I could send his money to and he can have it that way. But I'm not giving him the cash app that's linked to mine, and he's not having that cash app that I made for him. I said completely said that on live. So when I got off of live, I ended up calling CJ again because I said on live, CJ, I'm about to call you so I can tell you, ask you to ask K3 about the cash app where to send it to. So when I got off of live, I called CJ myself and CJ answered, and he was smoking. I guess K3 was with him that day, this time, because when I asked him, he actually called K3. And I guess K3 was upstairs because he would say K3 was tripping and doing some shit or whatever in the bathroom or whatever. So he had called K3 down and he had told him what I said. And that was, yo, Maya said, your baby mama was like, where do you want the money sent to? What cash do you want her to send it to? So K3 was telling him that he didn't have a cash app to send the money to. So CJ was like, well, do you want him? Do you want her to send it to my stuff? So I guess K3 said no or whatever. So he told me what it was said. We hung up after that. So about I'll probably say that next morning or two, CJ texted me first. He texted me and told me, "Yo, this is CJ. This and I forgot what else he said, but it was something like
You said good
K3
morning
was
too.
trying,
Yeah.
yeah, good morning, and was trying to get me to, you know, get K3 to cash up or whatever. So we started talking about it. The next thing, we ended up FaceTiming each other. He called me while I was on the phone with K3. But then me and K3 hung up the phone. So I returned his call to see what he wanted. And when we got into it, that's when the hotel thing started happening because I was getting my money or whatever. That's when I was started getting money. So I already had it planned that I was planning on getting, no, me and K3 getting a hotel room that night, but it never happened. So that's when CJ, he was telling me he wanted to get a hotel room. He mentioned a hotel room first. And he was like, I wanted to do it because I'm trying to get away from having, calling her bitch. He was stressed out. He was frustrated, all this, whatever case might be. So in my head, I'm like, okay, cool. Well, if I get a hotel room with K3, we can get a 2 bed. He can just come. So that was the plan. It wasn't no just me and CJ by itself. I don't like CJ. CJ gives me weird vibes. I don't like that. I don't like the way he do his eyes, the way he do his voice. I don't like that. I don't. So down the line was him he was telling me like he couldn't go to sleep. He texted me, he was like, I can't go to sleep. I'm the same person with everybody. I did this with Chaos. I have did it with, K3, where if y'all feel upset, I'm going to check in. Like, yo, you good? You straight? That's what I did with CJ. I
Yeah,
asked him,
because
like,
you
why you
called
couldn't go to
us.
sleep?
You called
You
us
feel me?
regarding
Like,
it.
yeah. So that's what I did. And I started there and I said, are you straight? Like, why you stressed out? Why you can't go to sleep or whatever? So he explained it to me why he couldn't sleep because people was using him. So I went into details, as a sister, I'm telling him like, well, people using you because you letting them, like they might see you got money, so of course they're gonna use you. You only allowing it, you know what I'm saying, happening. Like that's what I'm telling him, advice or whatever. So boom, that's when he went after I given him that advice, it went to him started like talking about how I was sexy and I was like what he was basically complimenting me on a sexual type of thing. So I went and he was telling me like, I don't want you like keep it between me and you. And he was like, I don't want you to like put it on the internet. So I said, so then that's when I said, I was like, put what on the internet? And then that's when he went on and, was telling me like what he was telling me. So then that's when I told him, I was like, I'm not going to put it on the internet, but I take it as a compliment, kept it as that. So then he kept going, and he was telling me how Marcus was trying to get him a scene, I guess like a sex scene. I mean, not a sex scene, a spicy scene with him, and he was talking about it, but Marcus never told me. He never mentioned no CJ wanting to do a spicy scene with me or if I want to do a spicy scene with him. He went behind my back and went to CJ and talked to him about getting a spicy scene with me. So and that was said in the messages. So then that's when CJ asked me, did I was I gonna do it? And I told him no because he was with Heaven and I'm still with K3. So
I'm,
said
I'm
that.
just
So and I was sending the messages. So then after that, what happened after that hotel? It went towards I could be kind of a little over the place, but I believe it went towards the he started talking about everything he did for Heaven, was sending her money. He was sending me screenshots of how he was sending her money. And was saying like calling, basically putting Heaven business out, like how she was screwing on men, she was tricking, stuff like that. So I went to him and I was like, what I said, I think I was like kind of related to him, but I was still speaking about K3. Like we was still talking about K3 and me and K3 going through our situations. So lastly, what happened? On the phone about the whole threesome thing, we was on FaceTime and I was out here in the same spot. I was out here smoking and we was on FaceTime and we was talking and he came on the phone and he told me because I guess he went in the bathroom where Heaven was and she was taking a bath. He came back on the phone and told me, he was like, oh, I just told Heaven that I wanted to F on K3 baby mama. So I'm laughing because I'm like, what the heck? Like, what? So he goes and bring the phone and he takes it to Heaven while she was in the bath, pure naked. So I'm over here like, hold on, is you naked? And she was like, yeah. So she, did this. So as me, what I'm saying, I consider Heaven because I actually told K3, I told B5, I told CJ, I told all them I was cool with, with Heaven. So I'm over here hyping her up too. Like I'm, laughing, kicking it with her. So then he got off, he ended up going back into the room that he was in, started speaking about that's when the whole threesome happened. He mentioned the threesome with me. He wanted to do a threesome with me. I never mentioned no threesome with this man or Heaven. Never. Never. So he mentioned it to me because he was like, well, Heaven not gonna say nothing. She, what I'm saying, she not gonna ever say nothing or whatever. So, and she already said you pretty and this and that. So he considered the threesome. I did not agree to it. Did not. After that, that's when he went back in the bathroom with Heaven. They started speaking about the whole Marcus situation. They was bringing up chaos. They was bringing up K3 and me and his situation. He kept talking about he still wanted to F me, wanted to screw me and do this and all that to get K3 mad. So the next, I don't know if it was the same day or the next day, K3 and I was on the phone. This is when we worked on our situations. Even though CJ had told me, like he was telling me not to, saying put it out like that.
hold on,
And
hold on. So they making valid points on here, so I want to talk to you about these comments because, like we was just talking about, like if you engage when people are coming to you, talking to you regarding things, especially if it's a dude, like you have to either not engage or just say no and
yeah.
walk away. But see, you didn't do that because you still saying like things happen, like you having
Mhm.
conversations. He's calling you on a video, you talking to him back and forth, you texting. At this point, when he called you beautiful or fine or whatever, you should have already known that it wasn't on no cis bro type stuff.
Mhm.
You ain't slow, so you knew.
Mhm.
So like Jupiter said, once a man is accountable, which starts talking sexual at the end of the conversation right there, there should have been no more back and forth.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, because right when he was saying all that, it was a few minutes after, because I was constipated with my child or whatever. K3 had called me around that time. So when he called me, me and him was on the phone. And while we was on the phone, him and well, CJ was still texting or whatever. So when I was on the phone with K3, I guess CJ's sister had came up to K3 and was telling him like, "Yo, CJ trying to f on you, your baby mama or whatever." Because K3 actually got on the phone and was like, "I need you to go and block and delete CJ out your phone. Just delete him off rip." So I'm like, "Oh snap!" So he must have found out or whatever. So that's when I'm like, what happened? Like, I'm telling him, like, what happened? And then he was telling me, like, I just found out, like, CJ's trying to F on you, whatever. So in my head, I'm like, yeah, he found out. So I said, you must be with CJ. So he was like, no, I'm with B5, which is CJ's sister, I guess. So B5 got on the phone and she was like, Maya, we gonna have to have a girl talk about CJ wanted to F you or whatever. You gonna have to give her my Instagram. So that's when I'm like, okay, cool, well give me your Instagram. Never got her Instagram. So then that's when me and CJ started, I'm not CJ, me and K3 started talking about it. And he was like, bro, I'm like, I don't even care, because I kept telling him I would show you the messages, like I'm gonna show you what's going on. He was telling me, no, I don't know, don't even worry about it. I don't even want to see him. Just delete him, block him. I don't even want you talking to him no more. Okay, cool. Next thing you know, he did wanted to see it. So I ended up screenshotting the same messages I sent you, was I sent it to K3. And when he sent that, he was like, bro, just block him. I don't even want, bro, I swear to God, I don't even want you, because I'm not trying to tweak out. I'm not trying to crash or nothing like that. Just block him, delete. I don't even want you talking to him. Block his Instagram, block him right now. Did that. So once he did that, what happened after? I think that was it. Once I blocked him and everything off his number, that's when we ended up. CJ did ended up texting me. He did ended up texting me. She, but yeah, and then all that shit. Now it was shit being switched swaps, and I have the
But
messages.
you created it.
Yep, I engaged. I know I engaged.
You can't be mad
I
at him
definitely admit it.
there because you engaged. You was texting him and all of that.
Mm,
You grown. You know better. I told you flattery, man. That gets you know and all of that stuff, that cuteness, and I'm fine, and I'm this, and I'm that. Girl, all that stuff changes. You better get that through your head right now.
yeah.
So, right, this lady here, who was that? Tiffany Anderson. She said, "You say you love the comments from other men. Stop doing that because if you
I ain't
with some,
never said I like the comments on the man. If they compliment me, I say thank you, and that's it.
mm-mm. If you're with somebody, men don't think like we do. You can't be paying attention to nobody, no other dudes entertaining them, none of that, especially homeboys. Like, don't do stuff like that. Don't do stuff
Mm,
like that. You cannot do stuff like that. That's real rude. That's real disrespect. You know what I mean? Like, it don't make sense. Like,
ooh, it's like Jupiter. Okay, like
what
Jupiter said.
she said. Yeah, and look, guy for me, thank you. You've been saying some real stuff, guys. For me, you should have blocked him off the rip. Like when he first started that, there should have been no conversation between you and talking to K3 and then CJ. We know why you talked to K3, but CJ, he shouldn't have been allowed to call you. You should have directed him to K3. What you got to talk to me about, or put K3 on the phone. That text
Mm,
stuff, because they can read these text messages and stuff that you sent me, and people will still say, well, she engaged and you laughing and this and that. They're gonna read, you know what I'm saying? Like you left the door open for things to be said, for things to be put out there the way that they're put out there.
yeah.
What she say? Yeah, it's toxic. Yeah, that's very toxic already.
We
And
always, well, I'm not gonna say that because y'all gonna think I'm lying. But yes, we do shit to hurt each other. It's like
said,
what I'm doing in
yeah,
K3 did the same shit. We do the same shit.
y'all tit for tat. That's why I say don't talk about him because you got to take accountability for yourself.
Um,
You gotta take accountability. Like God favors it. And CJ came out with it first. You know, I mean, these are men and women that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. She knew y'all was gonna come with it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm, I don't know. Just I told you gonna have to just get it. You gotta get this together. Because you ain't using this. You using that and that. You ain't thinking straight. I ain't into all of that old that chakra. Now I ain't into all of that stuff. I don't know who invented it or where it come from, but you need to get lined up from top to bottom, and it comes with
And
prayer.
whoever said I flashed on the phone, I did not flash on the phone. They did not see my like what
You flashed on what? What happened?
they said. I remember because I think he said it too on a what's the name on Marcus' video that I flashed because I haven't flashed. I did not flash my Gucci's. I did not do that. I had
Oh,
a whole shirt and everything on.
she said you said that about the men complimenting you and you were wilding out on your live drunk.
I was with my best friend. What are you talking about? We ain't never. My own best friend could get on here and said I ain't never said no crap like that.
Mm.
What the heck are you talking about?
Antoine, what you talking about? What's up, lineman? Yeah, I know you. I know you in the D. We ain't seen you on here in a while.
The only person that had mines was K3.
He should
So
not have even had Maya. Yeah, that's true. God favors me. That's true. I mean, and we can talk all day long, but she just got to get it through her head. Like that's a lesson. So what you gonna do with that lesson? Another guy came in the picture. He was supposed to be the homeboy. He had room to say that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like Maya and me and her talk on the phone. Oh, you got to cut that out. You got to start now. You already a mom. You got two boys. You don't want them growing up with that same old mentality. What type of women are they going to choose? So you got to go back and look at yourself when they choose those type of women. Be like, dang, I done that. You know what I mean? So you got to take accountability because kids sow the seeds. They reap what the parents do. They reap that. The sins of a father and the sins of a mother. The kids reap that. So you got to start thinking that now. Don't wait till they get up. You already bad spirits and stuff already being fed into them.
mm,
All the best to her. It's her life. That's true. God's love. That's true. I saw something else you said earlier. You right. That is so true. She grown, and I keep telling her that. I tell her that every time we talk. You grown.
well, me and K3 done talked about boundaries. Like, no, that junk don't work. You discussed it. I didn't
She
pure
said all the
boundaries.
best to you. It's your life.
Oh no, it was an one comment that had said it. There should be boundaries on both ends. We done talked about it. Ain't none of that did
Yeah,
nothing.
that's right, Miss Katrina. That's true. Who was that? J Love just said them poor kids in that filthy abandoned apartment. Yeah, and yeah, you got to keep them from outside in those elements and stuff. You got to, man. And can't nobody tell you what to do because you're gonna do what you want to do. But we can just do our best to try to show you love, so that way we hope that you would sway that way. You know, the
Yeah.
concern is for the children. It ain't for you because you grown. You gonna do what you want to do. But what about them?
Mm.
All of that CJ stuff, the K3 stuff, the bandos, and being out there on the hot Atlanta streets all the time with them and dragging them around from pillar to post. That's not fair. That's not fair to them. It's just not. Okay, what you say, Kevin? Of course, she is grown, but when in a relationship, there should be boundaries on both. Oh, that's okay. She just read your comment. Okay, if they really want to be together, yeah. But she said it doesn't work. So the next thing, if you know that it doesn't work, quit trying to make it work and move the heck on. And she may not be Miss Tiffany. She has that right to not to. And I told her to read the comments because and this is after we got finished her telling a story or whatever. But I told her to read the comments because it's a lot. Y'all, it'd be a lot of comments coming in, and she can see them quicker than I can. So, yep, J Love, I just said that. What's up, Grandma? She said, "Hey, Maya." Like,
Hi.
hey, Miss Jacobs. What's going on? What you got to say, Miss Jacobs? And who is that? T, the life coach. We we talked about that too. Then with Maya, did you see his comment?
Which one?
T, the life coach, said Shawty like bombs. I'm gonna let you say that. That ain't got nothing to
Yeah,
do.
I'll let you say that to him.
Hmm.
Y'all only gone off one bump. That's K3. That was the only bump. My first beauty was not no bump when I was messing with him. So
But they going off of the fact that he in jail.
okay, I can get the jail part, but he still ain't no bump. He don't stay in no bando. He got a car.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah. What is that? Put Marcus in check. Would you
how I be telling myself, I act the same way I act off camera.
and everyone want him who confront him? Oh.
Hmm,
Is
hmm.
this for her, Antoine Sheridan? Is this for Maya? Put Marcus in check. What you talking about?
Hey,
He
which
said that
one?
everyone want him who confront him. I don't know. I don't want to get enough into that. What was CJ point and wanted to get K3 mad? Was she talking about K3? Yeah, were you talking about K3 to CJ?
Hmm?
They said what was the point in CJ wanting to get K3 mad? Were you talking about K3 to CJ?
No.
Mm.
They had their own situation going on previously from the dude K3 was hanging around with.
Um,
That started confusion, and CJ didn't like the fact that he was standing up for a nigga he ain't even know instead of CJ. So they was already on the edge.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I said this also, Miss Kicking It with Keish. I said that earlier. J Love, I read your comment. You're exactly right.
Mhm.
Kicking it with Keish, she needs to focus on her kids, but you can read it.
How I'm gonna drive somebody that's in jail car? His girlfriend got his car.
Yeah, they not together, y'all. Uh, yeah,
Exactly. I'm not there. What I said about Marcus was definitely true, but y'all weren't there, so
yeah. Let's talk about it. See, and then y'all are saying exactly what I expected y'all to say because, like we just said when the video first got started, she got to take accountability for her own actions. She can't force and just say that it's all on them because she's putting herself in those situations. You know what I mean? So y'all right, but it's all off of perception. It's all off of what y'all see, and rightfully so because she brought it to the internet, right, Miss Maya?
yeah.
She knew y'all was coming. She already knew she was geared up for it because we were actually just gonna do a regular video, and she said, "Go ahead and do live." So that's what we did. So, and there was her option to do that. So, did you read this?
What's
Love
wrong?
is a record of wrong, but love isn't void of boundaries either. You right, Jupiter. Yep, you're right. What did you say, Lyman? I've been taking a break from the toxicity of people repeating the instrumental behavior and expecting a different result. Been locked in on this Carmelo. I know. Yeah. Look, I watched that what's her name? Javea Harris.
Mhm.
That right there. Do you hear me? That right there. Do you know who Javea Harris is? The 4-year-old who her parents unalived her. Okay, so they 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 just found her body this morning. She's been dead over a month. Her mama just reported her missing a week or so ago. And in the mix of that, she had another baby. But they had already unalive this little 4-year-old girl. So when I say parents, you need to be taking care of being watchful of your little ones. That's why I'm on you about that. They cannot take care of themselves. And she had two parents that was supposed to be taking care of her, and they didn't care enough to even love her. They unalived this little girl and buried her by the lake and did a
Mm-hmm.
911 call and said she ran away or she left and they can't find her or something. But you had already known before you done that you had already taken this baby's
Yeah.
life. A little 4-year-old girl. There's too much going on out here for you to be dragging them kids back and forth. It just don't make sense. Sonny, you know I cut for you, but I don't know what your issue is tonight or what you looking for. But I'm not the one. Go play somewhere else, sister. You gotta talk to your sister and tell her to go find her somewhere else safe to do. Cause I'm not that. Go mind your business that pays you and go float a boat. Anyway, we've been on here 40 minutes, Mike, because I don't need the devil riling me up.
Yeah. I can see it's
I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not. So I'll keep smiling. You know, I've had a great day today.
I
So
told you these comments would get you there.
no. That particular person, she know better.
Oh, that one.
No, it ain't them. They ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just her. Cause yeah, everybody else talking like they got some sense, and they just really just talking to you. So
Yeah.
you have to probably just go back and read all y'all. I didn't get to read all y'all comments or whatever, but the majority of y'all, I understand where y'all coming from. You know what I mean? So linemen, hold on, linemen. People are literally out of control. They are linemen for real. They are. So this video, while we want to say using people for content, Maya wants to clear the air. So I say people always running their mouth on things they don't know nothing about. But I ain't on her to explain. There you go. I ain't seen you in a while, Journey. They said please stop taking the babies out in the heat. Praying for you.
I need to. It was so hot yesterday, bro. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Jesus.
Calvin, what you talking
Make
about?
the relationship better.
Get there with you. Oh,
Girl, please don't start with me. You mad because I'm too
what's
nigga
wrong
with
with you?
you.
Are you on something, sis? You need to come up because you know you got my number, so you can call. So I don't know what the issue is with you, but I'm not
Oh.
I'm not that. Yeah, she huh?
To be
No, it's her. Yeah, I know you went through that already, so you should know better with your words. That's what I'm saying to you. You went through that already, so what are you talking about? Her and you are two different people. So let's start there. What you allowed yourself to get into and do, that's on you. So we talking to Maya about what she's allowing herself to get into. So let's start there. Your mouth is what I'm talking about. I'm asking you what the issue is, sis. Call me on my phone. That's what I'm talking about because I'm young. You know, I ain't that. I'm not here. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Read your comment. Yeah, read your comment, girl.
Oh, you're talking about Sunny. Hey, Sunny.
Mm.
I didn't know. I didn't know you was talking about her.
Yeah, son. That's why I said it's her.
Yeah,
She
she
know
was
better.
cool.
She know we better than that. We ain't doing that. Mm. Sonny, it's okay. You call me on my phone. No, she's
Mm-hmm.
not cloud chasing on Maya. She just trying to be, you know what I mean? Like she want her to do better. So I get where she coming from, but me don't. Yeah. What up, manifest? Yeah.
Oh Lord.
No, she's not. Anyway, but Maya, tell the people you know you appreciate them, and hopefully you gonna listen.
Yeah. Yes, thank you for everybody who showed love, and I appreciate the ones who actually got in my butt. Okay, I appreciate all the hate comments, because I did do some dumb crap, I did do some stupid crap. I am grown, I'm 21, still young, still I had let my motherhood go down, and I seen everybody, was having fun, and I was not honestly ready for no baby, but I laid down and I should have knew what was coming with the baby. So I can't blame nobody but myself, putting myself in position, and all I gotta do now is remove myself from it. That's all I have to do if I want to better myself. So thank y'all for the people who did help, who did support, who did, try to talk to me. I appreciate y'all.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Who was that? Okay. Hmm. Anyway, thank y'all for joining y'all. Thank y'all for listening to Maya. That's what she wanted y'all to do. She said, I think she said that she tried to do it on her live or whatever, but just, we're just praying for her. And we do talk on the phone. Why you think we on here? Because it's what she wanted to do. Anyway, and like cousin said, this is a ministry channel, so this is a part of our ministry because I want her to be able to hear and be loved on, and everybody in here has been respectful to her. So I appreciate y'all for that because we're all adults. So that's how where we're gonna conduct ourselves as. So thank you, Manifest.
Bye, K picture.
Yeah, K picture. You want me to get that email? You want me to send it to you? Your email?
Bye bye, Caribbean Queen.
If K picture tells me you can get the email, I'll send it to you, Maya.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Mm.
Yes.